What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Back to the dirty murders at Karlov Manor as we await War of the Spark and some other goodies to come out. But let's see what we got here for our pick one, pack one. We've opened Lazav, Wearer of Faces. That is a good card. It is perhaps in a weaker color pairing, but it's a fun card, so I think I'm going to first pick it here over maybe better, safer choices like Long Goodbye or Shock, some green cards. But overall, this pack is just very good. Let's say the worst card in this pack is probably like the Lumbering Laundry, but everything else is pretty playable. We'll take this Lazav. Would not be surprised to see the Alley Assailant, maybe the Innervation Wheel. Could have some fun with that, potentially. Second pick course to kill now is a fantastic follow-up. Can't go wrong with that. A couple of Mirren Spies are solid enough. Lazav into a Mind Control. I like my start. A couple of good green cards here. Let's take the Forensic Researcher over the Crime Stopper Sprite. I've come down a bit on Sprite, and I've gone up a lot on Researcher. This card just tends to do overtime work. Even if you don't have collect evidence synergies, it seems to do a good amount of work every single time. Fourth pick, Projector Inspector, Offender, Automaton, Technician, Agent, if we want to stick with the blue and black stuff. I think I do. I don't want to take a red or a white card right now, right? I'm going to try something a little bit different. Normally I would take Projector Inspector here, but in blue-black I've found these agents to actually be pretty good, even though they're 2-mana 1/1s. The Cadaver and Roots in the same pack. I don't think I'm going to take Cadaver here. I think I'd rather take the Gorehound. And if we see a chalk outline, so be it. Okay, more good green is going around. So this is a position where taking the Panthers may be worthwhile instead of taking Hot Shot or Analysis. Stay open to green after all. I mean, I think the Toxin Analysis is actually nice with all the small creatures, but no, let's just stick with blue-black for now, even if green is more open. Again, we'll take Deduce here over Bite Down on Crime. I think we'll get rewarded by passing all the green, and I've already passed a bunch of good greens, so hopefully by doing this, we see a ton of good blue and black in pack 2, you know? Oh. I don't think I'm sick, but I am definitely very tired today. So apologies if I'm a little bit lacking of energy. Another Panther. Bubble Smuggler and Outfitter. We have 3 detectives already. Okay, I'll take the Outfitter. I actually don't mind this card if you can get the 2 other pieces to go along with it, the glass and the cap. All right, Bite Down on the wheel, but we have Assailant and Cease Desist. One of the Spies came back. That's very good. Savior's totally playable here. Yeah, we have just nothing but playables for pack 1, so that's nice. Let's move on to pack 2. Hey, how about a Drag the Canal? Do I need to first pick this card? I think there's a solid chance that it would come back around, but I'm not really losing anything by passing it, or rather taking it. I mean, the Onlooker and the Night Drinker are both fine. But no, this is just a good card if you can cast it reasonably, and since we're so heavy in blue-black, it's just a good pickup. That is probably a card worth splashing for, as we see a bunch of good green again. Man, I don't even know how many Panthers we've seen now, but take the Explosion and wield the Magnifying Glass, I suppose. Long Goodbye, another Magnifying Glass, so we shouldn't have a problem getting one of those. This is a really nice control start. Really good control start. So the best removal we get, other than the Surveil Rare Lands, I guess is going to be the Public Thoroughfares. And then Escape tunnels would be okay. Yeah, I'm digging this. I dig it a lot. Assassin's Trophy. Probably not. I don't have too much surveil, or rather collect evidence, but that's probably still okay to take the monitor here. In fact, do I have any collect evidence? I don't have any. I mean, that's fine. Taking it now means if I get some more later on, it'll still be worthwhile, right? Not a big fan of dramatic anymore, but it's still okay in a pinch, so a little bit of removal is fine there. There is the thinking cap. I'm going to take that over offender or witness, since, again, we already have the outfitter, and we know a couple of the magnifying glass can come back around. We actually have a ton of detectives, too. Yeah, we're at 6 detectives out of our 9 creatures. I am not a big fan of Scene of the Crime for fixing, but we could take it over the interrogators, I suppose. A 5/6 is surprisingly large, though. Deduce, Accusation, Bubble Smuggler. All these cards are fine. I'll take the big boy. There's an escape tunnel. Okay. That at least gives us a little bit of fixing for the explosion now. Yeah, wheel one of the magnifying glasses. Should be coming up, what, pick 11 or something? 12? A Night Drinker came back around too. It's totally reasonable. Over the reasonable doubt, as it were. And there's the glass. Yeah, green is just open both directions, but oh well. I've made my bed, so I'm going to sleep in it. Another deduce is good. Another Mirror and Spies, totally fine. And another last pick Soul Search back to back. As we move on to pack 3 with a second escape tunnel. Going to be picking up here. Okay. Could even start considering 18 lands in this deck. Creature count is a little bit low. Doesn't look like the Gorehound's very good in this deck either. And the Mirror and Spies are probably not worthwhile. I bet you cutting the Spies and the Gorehound is probably going to lead to a better deck if we can just find some cards to replace them. Another Wrath. No Witnesses. Spell Snare. Mana value 2. Nope, not good enough. Criminologists is a 5 mana 4/5. Honestly, not terrible, but we'll just take the Murder. I guess I could take Technician. How's my removal looking right now? I have Coerced, Explosion, Accusation, Goodbye. Yeah, I'll just take the Murder. Steam Core Scholar is a nice third pick. 2/2 Flying Vigilance with a little bit of value. So discard an instant sorcery or card with flying. We have 6 total instants and sorceries, and how many flyers? 1, 2, 3. So not bad. Losing out on a Jaded Analyst, that really doesn't matter. Another Forensic Researcher, another Gorehound. Don't need a third Deduce. Yeah, I'll just take another Researcher. Cadaver with very few clues, so we're just going to take the Public Thoroughfare. Nice. That should round out the fixing. Oh, I'm silly. I have 2 forensic researchers for collecting evidence on the surveillance monitor. And those are repeatable as well, so not bad. One more playable. Oh, wow. The theater, too. Jeez. So our fixing went and turned real good, didn't it? So 1 mountain will give me 5 different red sources now with this current build. I could just use like 1 more solid enough playable. And how about a 7th pick, Intrude on the Mind? Wow. Losing out on a Sprite and a Crocodile, but holy moly, we got there big time. Card draw plus Thopter? That's amazing. Yeah, I think I just like running 18 lands here. We have a lot of things to do with our mana. Creature count might be a little bit low, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. It says 11, but we also have the Intrude, which can make a creature. Chorus is kind of a creature, you know? This deck looks really solid. I'm not going to play 2 Magnifying Glass. I mean, we could splash the Offender at large. That's not even that bad. Totally reasonable. What would we cut for the Offender, though? Maybe it's better than Sanguine Savior. Probably is. Could just cut a non-creature spell as well. Because, like I said, I think 18 lands makes sense here. Yeah, I'm okay cutting the Sanguine Savior instead. Yeah, this deck looks great. Cool little Grixis control here in the Premier Draft Room. Let's go round 1 fight. Alright, we're on the play. Hand looks fantastic. Really good hand. The opponent's too aggressive. We have the ill-timed explosion and the red source already in hand. With the turn 1 Inspector. Must be nice. Well, Wrath effects are always good versus white, so we'll deduce end of turn here. Oh yeah, look at that. We'll go ahead and play the Assailant out, even though it's just going to be a tapped 3/3. At least it's a good enough defensive creature on the following turn, and this hopefully gets them to either run out more creatures or use a removal spell. Yeah, good curve from the opponent. Alright, I'm going to pass this turn and hope they don't just use removal. We're hoping that they continue to develop out the board. Let's block the one that has to attack. Nice. Okay, that's fine. Yep, totally fine by us. And now we go for the ill-timed. I guess I'm going to discard the Interrogator here. Oh, that's a lovely sign for us. Yeah, multiple Novice Inspectors is pretty good too. grab another swamp here since we have so many islands in hand. Play out the outfitter, get both value. Love it. And then you get to auto-equip with the glass as well, so just immediately making a 5/5. I mean, they have a lot of cards in their hand still, but now we can start pressuring them. Sure. I'm still at a relatively healthy life total. I want to eat my big creature in case they have a way to push-pull, right? Okay. Alright. Wasn't gonna bother murdering that, but 3 damage is probably a little bit too much, because we have some really good late game potential here. We'll go ahead and make the safe play of locking that thing down as well. Sure. Let's just move the cap over then. The thing is, if I don't attack, they can just return the convenient target, but... Oh, that tapped their red. They might not be able to... Okay, so they had another. Sure, so I'm going to take 2. And they drew another 2-drop. Nice. Four-two flyers probably fine to keep. We need them to just brick for a turn or two. Okay, that's a good sign. That's decent. Let's go ahead and just take their face down card here. Nice. Five, I take 2. I guess this is the time to start attacking now. I'm okay with this trade. We can't flip up the face down card anyways. And we have the magnifying glass for card advantage, so... Okay, they're drawing well. Ooh, speaking of drawing well... So split up the... So they give me 2 creatures and a 3/3, or they give me removal creature and a 2/2. don't think I want to attack with the flyer in case they have a flyer. The convenient target could be problematic, of course. But now with the forensic researcher and the surveillance monitor, we can start tapping down creatures and making 1/1 Thopters. Now remember, they can put convenient target on one of my creatures as well. This would be a pretty safe turn to do some attacking. Okay. So this is how I could get punished. I think they should have done that on my creature. Nice. Alright, good stuff. Well, if we can beat a control, or rather, if we can beat a Boros deck with our control deck, then we should be good to go. Hopefully, we can continue to win such games. 1-0. Let's go to round 2. Nice. All colors. Good hand. And remember, we can just discard the magnifying glass, and once we draw our outfitter, if we draw our outfitter, we can just get it back from the graveyard. So go turn 1 tunnel, go grab a swamp, and go from there. Oh. Not bad. We don't need a second researcher for now. Let's play out our flyer then. Let's pitch the deuce here, I think. Could have also opted to pitch the glass and a land, but I think this is the way I want to play it. Okay, we'll just make them use their Fanatical Strength or Auspicious or whatever. Sure. Totally fine with that. We'll just murder main phase now. Oh, actually, long goodbye. Well, now I can actually go glass into long goodbye, so I suppose that's the plan. And we'll do it main phase in case they have another airtight alibi in their hand. Ooh, that's a good one. We are going to intrude on some mines here. Huh. Is this a 5-0? I think we want to make them give me at least a 2-2. Because I don't really care if they have something to... Because I want to block here, is the thing. And that's not really a relevant 5-card pile if we went like 5-0, you know? Nice. Deduce is what I wanted. Don't think it matters which one I block. If it's a creature already, great, good for them. If they have another trick, that's fine. They had the perfect hit. Wow, that's impressive. Bloomkin, when you, what do you call, cloak it, is insane. Very lucky. I guess let's see if we hit ill-timed first. That's actually pretty good. Now I can murder their Bloomkin and drag the canal for full value. Well, if that's a Loxodon, I get punished, but... I mean, if they have a rare, they have a rare. Oh, they have Essence of Antiquity. Wow, I got uber punished. Alright, well, we'll just trade with their 2-2 then. Sheesh. At least that was a good hit. Yeah, maybe I should have killed the Bloomkin in response to the Essence. But their lineup of cards has been incredible versus me, so... Might have misplayed, but in the same vein of things, I think they drew very well. Oh, we're 1 mana off. Well, we're not dead on board, but I can't imagine we're winning. Yeah, I guess in response to their first face-down card, I should have just murdered the Bloomkin. We might have actually been in a really good spot had I done that. Obviously can't beat anything here, and it looks like they do. Sure, you got me. Yeah, I'm gonna call that game a punt. Like, if they're pre-combat casting a morph or a disguise card like that, I should probably fire off the murder in response at that point. It would have saved me a lot of damage, and then, yeah, we probably would have had enough time. So, that's on me. Alright, on to the next. On the play, turn 2 Lazav. That is a nice one. A way to push through if we want to as well. Actually, no. Turn 2 Lazav into turn 3 Scholar. And loot gives us a couple of cards to eat from a graveyard. That ain't no Galvanize. I think we're gonna discard Drag. Turned into a clue. I don't think you get the clue. Oh wait, am I silly? Whenever the Lazav attacks, exile target card from a graveyard, then investigate. Oh, I'm silly. I think you get the clue no matter what. There's a weird comma there. Reading is tech. That's fine. The Drag the Canal wasn't super important in our graveyard anyways, but a little bit awkward that I did it like that. Yeah, land's fine. We have a bunch of card draw and clues, so I guess that was redundant. Card draw is our clues, our card draw. The hero. And a bystander. I think we'll just take that off the bat. Sure. I don't think I'm supposed to trade. Scholar's a lot more valuable than their Phantom is, I think. Let's go ahead and face up. Say go. Maybe I should have main phase deduced. Ah, that's kind of neat. Okay. Not sure why they did that main phase, but... yeah, probably should have just main phase fired off the deduce to try to hit another land, especially since we have like Public Thoroughfare in our deck and Escape Tunnels. We have a few more lands that enter tapped. It's a little bit annoying. Sure. The good news is they don't have like a really profitable attack if they want to solve the case. In fact, it's a pretty awkward attack it would have to be for them. Although it looks like they're taking it, sure. Eat this trade here. I think we'll just take the 2. Smacking for 5. Let's go ahead and just keep that thing tapped. They can still use the ability, but that's not too problematic. So you'll note that this is still okay for us, because even if they fully level their 10th District hero, as long as we can kill it, the other creatures are still going to have damage on them. And they're not even able to fully flip it anyways. Or solve it, or case it, or whatever. Yeah, I'll take 3. They can blow up my clue. I got punished for sacking one already. Wow. Gross. Big punish. Alright, this looks like a good turn to just Wrath then. Actually, is it? Playing at a 5/6 is pretty chonky here. The downside now is that if I don't draw a big spell for ill-timed explosion, I might not actually be able to... Well, no, we can tuck their hero if they keep leveling it up, right? No, we're totally fine here. Yeah, we're in great shape. Sure. Sure. Interesting. Okay, no, that was a good play. I like that play a lot. From them, anyway. Because I was forced to block the hero there. All right. Oh, nice hit on the magnifying glass, too. I do have to give them a clue, which is kind of unfortunate. Yep, we could definitely... I mean, we die to a shock, any hasty creature. This is still anybody's game. That's not a hasty creature, but that is bad for us. Graveyard, and... Alright. Am I dead? That doesn't kill me this turn. Jeez, double creature. And a 1/1 doesn't save us, so I need to hit like murder here or long goodbye. Oh, escape tunnel if my creature had less than 2 power would work too. Or rather 2 power or less would work there as well. That game was certainly interesting. I don't know if I made a huge mistake there. But in the previous match, I definitely punted. Okay, deck's good, but made some small mistakes for sure. And now we're sitting at 1 and 2, so good beats. I mean, they had a good draw after the Wrath, definitely, but it was probably avoidable to reach that end state. Okay. Well, now we're on the ropes. It's a slow hand, but it's a keepable hand. That helps probably. Turn to Consultant. Okay. Alright. And the case file auditor. They hit Buried in the Garden. Very nice. I guess I'd rather lead with Researcher here. I would not be surprised if they bury this. But if they don't, we can intrude next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Thankfully only taking 2, and they didn't play out another creature. Yo, that's bad. Good and bad. I mean, nice to filter through a couple lands, but... It's a free attack, and if they have a pump effect, so be it. Sure. Totally fine. Okay. I think we'll just intrude here. I could go 5-0. I don't think that would be absurd. They give me this and give me a 3-3, or they give me this and make a 2-2, and I'm okay with the split again. I mean, I'm going to assume they have another trick because they're green-white, but I think making this block is fine. Yeah, and trade is good. Nice. Alright, now I need to draw my ill-timed, ideally. Well, let's look for ill-timed first, but then play Monitor if we don't draw it, because it's going to give us 2 blockers, as opposed to just going Outfitter, and if they have a removal spell, I take way too much damage, you know? Right. One large creature isn't the worst. Okay, clearly signifying. I think I'm just gonna chump what they're representing as their large creature and take 5. You could tell the way that they were just thinking about attacking with the Merfolk first. Pretty funny. Alright, go to 5, and they get an extra 2-2 once the trade happens. Actually, I did this in the wrong order, didn't I? I should have actually put the dramatic on the token, and then murdered the crowd control. Oh, am I dead? Do they have double pump? Sheesh, wow. Okay, so good beats, yeah. I don't know if there was anything I could have particularly done better in this game except for the reversal of the removal spells, but that didn't ultimately matter. Yeah, this deck was good. I definitely made some mistakes, and I think I got punished for at least one of them. So that's Magic, baby. Hey, I think that was a cool deck. Drafted it pretty well. Even though green was more open during the draft, we stuck with our colors, and we ended up with a nice one. But one mistake, and then some, potential alter or different lines can lead you to the end. Starting tomorrow, we will have War of the Sparks, so this will probably be the last of the MKM for a while. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.